Welcome to Plot Twist. I'm Kai.
I'm Mel,
Hello.
and today we're talking about Child of Shivay by JR
Yay.
Cathers. And
yes.
we've been talking about this for a while now, and we're just going to start recording. I'm very much through my drink.
Mine's gone already, so sorry.
It's completely turned into this color now, but it started off very pretty, but we'll post pictures later. But
yeah,
we are drinking an Empress Gin cocktail. This was sent to us by JR Cathers herself.
Yeah.
What's in it?
It's a classic twist on a mojito. It has Empress Gin, simple syrup, lemon juice, tonic water, ice, mint leaves, and blueberries.
Woo-woo.
Thanks for the recipe, Jess.
Yes.
We're enjoying it.
And we had the gin already on hand from Medina's Inferno, so this worked out very nicely.
It sure did.
So, what's your star rating?
Infinity. I'm obsessed. Fully obsessed.
I will talk about why I gave it a 4.5. I really liked it, but I don't often give first books in very long series a 5 because of the amount of plot holes that I'm waiting to get filled. Like, I know they're coming, and there's a lot to unravel, and there's a lot of question marks.
Because there's going to be 5 books in this series, 3 in this storyline, and 2 in another veil. Ultimately, the veils will fall and these stories will collide together. So there is a lot more to come from this series, and I'm so excited.
I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid.
I'm also afraid.
Spicy?
That was what I was going to ask. We both kind of agree it was like a 3, right? Like there's spice in the first couple chapters and there's a lot of spice later. So
we were just talking about, like, we don't really know what our version of a 5 would be. We haven't hit a 5.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just straight porn at that point.
It's basically just pornographic. Yep.
But this was like, you jumped in and it was like, boom, right there. And it's like, oh, hey, this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to start with the fact that I thought this book was so beautifully written, just a rich, immersive world that pulls you in from the absolute beginning of the book. You have a broody, protective main male character who obviously hooked me like a fish, like, whew, love her. You have our assassin female main character uncovering truths that shatter everything she thought she knew, hidden identities, secrets that change everything, forced proximity, tension that simmers, twists that make you question loyalties and motives. So much. This book had everything for me. Literally hit every single mark for me. I just have so many questions, though, going into the next book.
Well, I actually messaged Kai and the author, and I said, you need a survival kit for this book. You need to get this drink, get a good therapist, a seatbelt, maybe even a bubble suit, because you are in for a wild ride. There's just brutal training, just cutthroat, no limits, inner demons. Like, in 4 chapters into the book, you just get sex. Boom. So if that didn't raise a warning flag there's a Master of Shadows. Enough said.
Shadow daddy, baby.
Wink, wink. And then you get the broody, but yet softy general. Sold. All mine.
Done.
All mine.
Just.
But the kicker, you get nothing. You get nothing but breadcrumbs to send you down this violent spiral of theories like you wouldn't believe. We just sat here
for 4 hours talking before recording. Literally theorizing,
going through everything,
going through our notes. Like, there's just so much. And I feel like rereading the little bit that we did tonight, I'm like, wait, I'm just uncovering more things that I feel like I missed a little bit along the way because I was just so immersed in it, reading it this whole time, that now it's like, oh, I missed that. Like, and there's a lot of characters, so it's just like,
oh yeah,
similar names. Some are hard to pronounce, so it kind of screws with my mind a little bit. I don't know. There's just so much, and I have like 14 questions, at least. At the
just
end
14? Just 14.
At the end of this book, at least. Probably more, but specifically 14 at this point.
So
should I go through them or
hold that thought. We're gonna start off with a disclaimer. We are going to butcher a lot of the names.
Yes.
We do have a pronunciation guide, so we will try to honor that by starting off saying it correctly, or at least what we can understand from the pronunciation guide. And then we will go through and say all of our beliefs, our feelings of the book. So if we butcher it there, fourth, we told you what the right one was. In the book, we have the glossary of terms, which is one of the first pages, which doesn't mean much to you when you're first starting a book. So I did read this, but it kind of just went through one ear out the other.
Let's be honest. Did you even reference it when you were reading? Because I never do that.
No.
I'm horrible. It's there for a reason. And do I reference it? No.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, in a Kindle, it's hard because it's not, I don't know. We had it
It's
as
easy
an
to just
ebook.
flip to a page, right?
Yeah.
Instead, you have
exactly.
to like pause it, go back. It's fine. But
So I'll start with the glossary of terms. I'll say what we said, and then I'll say how you actually say it, okay?
yes,
So
please.
the Akori is apparently the Acharai. It's the northern continent. It's home of the Acharai. Then there's what we said was the Drakai, but it's really the Drakai, which is the elite assassins of the Latari crown. Then there's the Fey. Apparently it's actually called the Feya. Which are the A or the at the end. They are creatures closely linked with nature and connected to the life force of Terr. Fey Dien, which was actually one of the only ones we got right.
Yeah.
It's the Beautiful Death, an organization of female assassins within the Drakai. Then there's the Feyn, which I definitely said Feyn every time. It's just a species of Feya, most similar to humans in appearance. Then there's the Latari. Woo, that one we got right.
That one we got right.
The southern continent, it's home of the Latarians. Then there's Shivay. Didn't even come with a pronunciation, actually.
It's obvious. If it's not, then that's our problem.
So that is the soul of Terr, the light of all life. Then I called it Terr.
Terr, me too.
But it's really Terr.
Terr.
Which is just the world in general. Then there's the sundering, which is the ancients divided the soul of their world into 5 parts, known as the Veils of Terr. Now, this is where me and Kai, we read this, we understood this. Not really. We proceeded to read the book and just took it at face value and forgot what this said. And then the veils are actually 5 realms formed by the sundering. 5 realms, they live side by side. Each is unseen to the other. So that brain completely fucked me. I was like, hard. Whoa. And that's when we look back at what the author said in that response to one of our questions about the worlds are going to collide. And I'm like, oh, what in the sci-fi? Oh, I'm not ready. So now the names, some of the language that they speak in the pronunciation guide, these, even with the pronunciation of how to do it, I'm going to mess it up. So sorry. We have Ari. We called her Bagya, but it's really Bogya.
I called her Bagaya, but let me just go on the corner.
You threw a lot of letters in there.
I'm really bad.
We have Filius, which I definitely
feel you ass.
Okay. Filius is uncle. We have Kashek. We have Medea. This one I still can't say.
Miajna. Magina. I don't know where the V comes from.
The entire time I said Miajna.
I just can't. I like, it's pretty, but I can't say it right.
I can't wait to hear the audio version of this book just so I could hear how we're butchering even our
seriously. That makes a difference for me. I need that.
Muri
is Muri.
Muri.
I'm saying Muri the whole time. So
yeah, we're all gonna say Muri. Sorry. We have Naya. That one's pretty simple. Nurai, Ria, Rish. I definitely screwed that one up too on my end. I said Raish. Shivaria. Siseri. The Hena.
I kept saying that wrong too. Vakesh.
Valtora.
Vatruki. I was calling it Vaturki.
She kept saying Vaturki.
You want some Vaturki for dinner tonight or what?
Wow. Yeah.
Xavier.
In Xavier.
You see my foot. Oh,
Whoa.
Xavier.
She
Zabe.
stretched. Yeah, we nicknamed him Zabe for this.
Zabe. It's my lover.
Or Zabe.
Zabe.
So after
So,
that disaster,
so
I'm
we
so
apologize in
sorry.
advance because I'll probably still do it wrong. So sorry. Xavier, love you. So I wanted to mention the dedication. I love this dedication so much. It says, for every mind that needs to be reminded, you are what you make yourself. For every heart wondering if it's been broken beyond repair, you have, and you are healing, even now. For every soul searching for a place that feels like home, this is for you. Love it so
So
much.
I love it. In the moment, I was like, oh, that's very nice. After reading this book, I'm like, wow, that is Shivaria, 100%. So
Yeah.
it hits a little different after reading the book. So I will disclaim all of our ignorance in all of this is based on the way I believe it's written, because it's written in Shivaria's point of view for like 99.9% of the book. We are completely at the mercy of whatever she thinks is correct and incorrect, and what her knowledge level is, what her belief systems are. So this could be truth, this could be lies that people have given her, but we're just working with what we have. And then she's a Latarian. She lives in poverty, and we know the Feyn are much more well-off magical beings. And then there's the Feya, which are creatures closely linked with nature and connected to the life force of Terr, which to me, I feel like if you compare it to other books, the Feyn are like the Fae, and then the Feya are more like the fairies.
Yeah,
Like they're like more like creatures. They're not so much they live in like their own little communities, like micro communities.
I just picture them as like Alvin and the Chipmunks. I don't know why, but like
You lost me.
I just feel like they're fucking shit up in their own little. I don't know. They're always causing like trouble and like I just picture them as mischievous and stuff, but like colorful and
that
cute.
is well. So I think the green girl on the cover of the book is the wood sprite. Did you get that vibe?
You
so never
right.
wondered who's that green chick on
True.
the cover?
True.
I think that's one of the wood sprites, Tig or Eon.
Oh, Tig or Eon, yeah.
I think it's one of them. I don't know. That would have been a great question for us to ask. But,
oh, dang. I have so many questions.
I know.
We interviewed Miss JR Cathers, and guess what? We didn't ask her half the questions we should have asked her.
I know.
I have like 45 more. Probably should email her back. Bring her on.
A lot of our questions we know she can't answer because we gotta wait.
No.
So going back into this, Shivaria is part of these elite assassins called the Dracei, and a possible Feydean, the Beautiful Death, the group of female assassins / seductors. We find out right off the rip she used to have a roommate. She had a night terror in the middle of the night, scarred the heck out of that girl's face. So she is still a Dracei, but she's no longer considered a possibility for the Feydean, which is the Beautiful Death, because she's scarred. So she does suffer these night terrors. They might blow her cover because obviously she's kind of almost like an assassin spy kind of a thing. And so she usually tries to keep her night terrors at bay by tiring herself out. So she decides to spar all the time with this guy named Bront. He's an old soldier. He's super chill. They really like each other, but they kind of pretend like, she's not like one of his favorite students, so to speak.
Right.
And
she's also way more advanced than other students.
Oh, yeah. And even the instructors. It's said multiple times that she has outdone Bront. She has outdone Leanna. She has outdone even the shadow masters themselves. She actually had a shadow master that got like fired.
Yeah. And that's when Vikesh comes in to help, right? After all that.
Yay.
And we love him. He's a shadow daddy.
But before we get to Vikesh, let's just talk about Leanna, because she was one of the first characters that came into Shivaria's life from what she remembers. She's a hard-ass bitch. She's the leader of the Dracei. She's the one who finds Shivaria practically orphaned after she went through a burning village home and rescued her, so to speak. She's the type of mentor or foster mom who, if you do anything wrong, you're going to get severely punished, but whatever it takes, as long as you learn a lesson. She's all about teaching a lesson, no matter how messed up you get. and there's nothing nurturing about her. We hate her. I hate her.
Yep. I hate her as well. 100%. What pisses me off is that, she brings on Vikesh to help her, and then she also takes him away from her when she's like, you're getting along too well. Like, he's your weakness. So let's take him away now. You bring him in to help her, but then now you're just pulling it away because, she wants to be focused on what her goal is, So she's a bitch. We hate her.
About Vikesh.
Vikesh. Oh, yeah. Shadow Daddy Vikesh. We know he's a great fighter. We know he trains her. He's obviously has skills. Sexual also. She finds that out soon enough. We like him, but he also is very not suspicious, but he's got a lot of secrets that you don't know a lot about him. You only know like these little things. They obviously get along well. I feel like they have a special connection with each other, and I think she starts to care for him more and more.
I don't understand like what this shadow master is. Why, like, I just imagine a shadow master. I think of Xaden, but he's not. From my understanding, all he is like a really skilled assassin.
I just think we haven't seen a power that he actually wields.
Well, I don't know if they're supposed to have powers. I thought they were all mortal. I don't know.
Then how is he a shadow master? Is he just like because he like can lurk around and get around things without like being seen?
He lurks
or does he
in the
have
shadows.
An actual power?
Yeah, I don't think I think the guy before him didn't have a power, and he was called a shadow
assumption
master.
Would be that he's a Fae, and
that
that was my assumption just from Shadow Master, because unless it's just that he gets around without being seen, he's like stealthy, that kind of thing. But to me, that I feel like he's got powers. It's just that we don't really know what they are at this point.
There's something that happens at the very end which makes you wonder if he does, because it's like,
yeah, but. The part where they go into the smudge, they're like camping for a week, like as like a training for her. It's supposed to be like a dangerous place. We were wondering if it's actually somewhere else, not just the smudge, right? We were like, oh, is it actually like one of the Vales or something? Because it's literally like not a place on a map. It's smudged out, right? But when
now we're overthinking.
Yeah. When they're there, Vikesh gets bit by a viper, right? And he's like really, really ill. Like she wakes up and you find him like he's yellow. Like suffering. Yeah. And she's like freaking out. What do I do? Like she's trying to figure out what to do. And then dun dun dun. Bagaya. No.
Bagya.
She's a crone or something, right? We think.
She looks like an old crone.
Basically says, well, I'll bargain with you for his life. I'll give you the tools you need, basically, or the herbs you need to save him. But I want something from you. It's a little bit like you don't know what she's giving up. It's kind of not obvious, to me at least at the beginning, that she's giving anything up. It's not like she feels anything's gone or knows what's gone at this point, right? But what did you say it was?
Well, first of all, she asks for a sliver of the lie that binds her. So nothing. She goes, I don't really feel anything. Like, whatever. Like, guess I didn't really need whatever that was. And then right afterwards, as soon as she proves that Kesh is still alive, all seems well in the world, she goes to sleep. One of the worst night terrors she has ever had to date that we have seen in this book. And it's like more vivid than ever. There's like a dead woman, a dead guy, a blade scraping across the ground, and then just her demon, whatever. That's it. And then after all this, first of all, Bagya reminds me of the cereal from Akatar.
Yeah.
I kind of get those vibes, like very like
I'll bring you the tea, aka the leaves you need to save him, but you need to...
Yeah. Like I need something too. Like give me a coat or a sliver of your soul.
Yeah, it's basically like always bargains, right? Something that they want from you in order to give you what you're looking for.
So Kesh calls her Mianjna, which means something precious, a vital piece that's missing from the core of every Feyn when they are born, something life is meaningless without, which obviously makes you think it's a pet name. It means a lot.
A lover's name, maybe?
Maybe a lover's name. So obviously Shivaria's gonna get feelings. So she says even that in her life, that is only cold and desolate winter. He is the promise of spring.
I love it.
Love. But then he says,
Don't trust anyone. Don't even trust me. Ugh. Talk about a third act breakup happening way too early.
way too early. Like it was what, a couple chapters in, right after the whole like sex thing. Oh, I'm done.
Yeah. Like,
anyways,
he teaches her some releasing methods.
He's old news. We moved on. We went.
But did you not think he was going to be like the guy?
Endgame.
Like, oh, yeah. Like he's going to be the male main character, right? And then when she finally gets this assignment from Lyanna and leaves, first of all, Vakesh is gone because Lyanna kicks him away. Like, gotta go. So he leaves, right? She finally gets this assignment to go and kill the king of Akorai, and she's leaving. She's getting on a boat. And who is on the boat with her?
Vakesh!
So she's again having these nightmares, and because she's not training every day with Bront and getting that energy out and making herself exhausted enough that she doesn't have them, she's asking for help. She's like, I need something to help me release the demon. So
she asked for like a heavy duty drug at one point. He's
like, why don't you release in another way? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So he shows her with his fingers. So,
to dumb it down for our viewers, masturbate. He teaches her how to masturbate.
Masturbation station.
She fails miserably because, it worked when he did it.
No wonder, because she has feelings for him.
Yeah, but when she tries herself, it didn't work. Nope, fail.
Can't blame her. It's more fun with a partner.
So he brings her drugs instead. Why not?
Yeah, here's some drugs and stuff. I think he leaves because he's going to get her more or something.
And he gets almost killed. Like by the time he comes back, he's all like bloodied up and everything.
She's like, I don't need that. I need you. And he's like, don't trust me and all this stuff.
I am one of the most people you shouldn't trust. Yeah. That's
and when they
happens.
finally get to Akorai, he like disappears. He's like, peace out. Bye. You don't see him for a while.
Literally a long while. I kind of forgot about him like 90% of the way through the book.
Yeah, because now she's in this mission to cozy up to the king to kill him. That's the plan. So she goes and stays with her uncle Felius, and she befriends the cousin Rishinari, which they're friends with the general Xavian. We love Zay. So he does not like her at all. He doesn't trust her.
She's a spy. He can smell it.
She got a plan, so it makes sense that he doesn't trust her. He's like, it's a totally like, I hate you, enemies, the standard MMC we love. The broody, strong, sexy guy in charge. Let's be real.
He knows the king and can put in a good word for her, though. Like, so he keeps trying to like bait her into that. Yeah. And then she kind of does some like really nice things. She notices this orphanage. They were delivering some toy swords to, but then they got like another kid and they didn't have enough swords to give out. So she goes into the woods in the middle of the night. She sneaks out and Xavian catches her and she's sitting in a tree and she's like carving with wood, a wooden sword. And he's like, well, why didn't you just tell me this was what you were going to do? And, you know, they have a sweet moment, kind of, sort of, not really, but he's basically like, get on my horse. We'll go drop it off. They drop off the sword. And I think he starts to realize like, oh, okay, maybe she's not so bad. And
he starts coming around a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, you know, she's helping Ari plan this party, right, for the king.
Suckered into it.
This whole party thing.
Mask.
And, so she's going hunting with Xavian for what was it?
A boar, I think.
Like a boar, right. And they're hunting and she's going to go across this spring. And he's like, take the bridge. And she doesn't take the bridge. She gets attacked
she's queen of like whatever he says, do the opposite.
Yeah, of course. Why would you listen? Come on.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Well, she's a badass. She's strong-headed. She's, whatever.
Fuck that bridge.
Yeah, she's not going to be told to. But anyway, she decides not to take the bridge. And she gets attacked by a monster, which is a naiad. And it guards the springs. And so when she's trying to cross, she gets attacked. And Xavier basically has to bargain with it in order to save her life.
Oh,
And
what did he take? Oh, it took a part of his power, right?
yeah, something about saving the spring. It took something from him in order to do that. And he says he would pay it 100 times over to save her.
Oh.
And you're like, oh, he's really coming around to our girl
Like
now. Like
he did a full 360 or 180. I don't know. Point is, he's a whole different person. I'm feeling very book hubby right now. I don't know about Kai, but like, I'm just like, who's Kesh? Kesh who? I'm just waiting at this point. Like, are
like
these
for
two
something
men
to
gonna?
happen with them.
I'm like,
Yeah.
are they gonna meet up at one point and like duke it out and like fight for her hand or something? And then Kai's over here.
You know, it's clear that this is going to be a thing. Like it has to be. If it doesn't, I'm surprised.
Kesh or Zay?
I think Zay, obviously, it's like, well, he's coming around to her, and I think she's also coming around to the idea of him more and more. But I'm also like, in the back of my head, I'm like, what about Kesh? Because
She won't
he
let
might
him go.
yeah, no, because, you know, okay. So when things starts happening more with Zay, he calls her Miajna. And I was like, wait, that's what Kesh calls her. And she also notes like that gives her like, not necessarily PTSD of Kesh, but like
All the feels.
all the feels that Kesh called her that too. And so we already know that it means like a precious thing. So I'm like, wait a second, how are both these men feeling that way about her? And it seems like she's feeling that way about both of them. So here I am again in this why choose?
She'll never let go of the why choose situation.
Listen, no, but then it's like she's gonna have to choose at some point if it's not a why choose, right? And she already told us it's not a why choose, and I was like, all right, fine.
Utter disappointment on Kai.
Like,
Kai's just
JR
waiting
Cathers,
for a why
are you
choose.
sure? I'm like, is it gonna be a why choose? She's like, no. I was like, damn it.
Someone listening to this, please give Kai a why choose situation.
How many episodes have I asked for a why choose?
This is like
It's
episode
time.
4.
Can we please do a book on why choose?
Meanwhile, I'm just like, fuck Kesh. Team Zabe. Woo!
Oh my gosh, yeah. He's yes.
So who are you
Yes.
who are you like who more for?
Zay, of course.
Oh, okay.
Gotta be.
I don't know.
Even though I still, well, because I'm like, at the beginning, I think that Kesh is going to be the guy. There's so much I don't know about him that makes me want to know what's really going on with him in the background when he's gone and all this stuff. It's so...
So explain how that's going to work with this bond that Zay gets on his chest area.
After they do it and they have their
they
mates.
have relations.
They have a lot of relations.
Oh my. Woo! Okay, hold on.
So sexy. So sexy.
I was reading this book simultaneously listening to the audio of A Thorn in Every Heart by Feyn King.
Yeah.
And I literally texted Kai and I said to her, there is so much sex. There's sex in the books where I'm reading. There's sex in what I'm listening to. I'm coming home and I'm just like, husband, let's go. There's just sex everywhere all of the time.
Simultaneous sex. Yeah.
It was like a week of nonstop sex because it took me that long to get through all these two books.
Quite the spicy week, my friend.
But now they're all blending together. I'm like, what's what? So that was my little TMI for all the listeners.
We love
sorry.
the TMI. Come on.
Sorry.
So we didn't know necessarily that mates were a thing until clearly they bond and he gets this tattoo on his chest. She
doesn't.
however, doesn't. So that was a little
I don't think she did.
questionable to me. Yeah, not that we know of at this point.
Well, someone does say at the end, your mate should have marked you. So who's your mate?
Is it Vakesh or Xavier? No, but we know Xavier has the tattoo, so our assumption
Plot
is
twist.
that's her mate.
Plot twist, it's Bront.
What the
I don't know. I'm just being an asshole.
Plot twist is just like someone else entirely. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Sorry, I had to take that.
You're
Far
making
left
me laugh.
field.
You want to talk about all the other characters?
Let's talk about the others. Ari is the BFF,
Mhm.
but She is the sister of Rish, that know the general very well. They are one of the only ones that are very upfront with what their powers are. That Felius told us. She is a Glier, which has the ability to change the appearance of something or someone. So kind of like a chameleon
or like
a
an
reality,
illusion type
yeah, like a reality warper,
skew it
maybe.
to like hide what they need to hide.
People, yeah.
Hide things, yeah.
Rish is a Breck, which gives him the ability to amplify another gift or block it entirely. Apparently, knowing someone's gifts is a very personal thing. It's kind of like a shh, like we don't talk about it kind of a thing among the Feyn. But
so they
we
don't
do
really know all the details about each other's gifts. They know kind of what they are, but they don't know every detail about them.
Yeah, like
they keep it really hush hush.
Intensities, etc. So then we have Keshek, which is Ari's mate. He's like constantly not doing well, like the entirety of the book. He's very ill. He's like a super sweet guy. He actually helps our main character Shivaria go to sleep, a restful sleep without her night terrors, by serving up a tea for her. He seems very sweet.
Tea.
Keshek's tea. Pause there for a second. Keshek has given her a tea that has put her to sleep. So has Xavian. Why the fuck is our main character not just pausing for 1 second?
Shivaria, come on.
And saying, hey man, what's in this tea? Can you give me the recipe? No, instead she like goes and sneaks into the kitchen and like starts like trying to concoct and repeating what Keshek does. But it's not as good as what Zay does. At the end of the day, she's still thinking about what Zay gave her and wanting to ask him at a later time. Like she'll keep saying to herself, like, "Oh, by the way, I gotta ask him." Okay, whatever.
I think she's afraid to ask any questions generally. If you think about it, the entire time, Zay is like, "Ask me, just ask me when you're ready," and she never does. And it's the same thing with this tea. You're not even gonna ask what the ingredients are. That's gonna help you this whole time.
Nope. Ignorance is bliss for this bitch. So,
well, you know, she's lying to herself the whole time. She's denying her true self.
Well, this bind really did her some injustice in here. Yeah. So, Keshek, there was a comment Narai says, which is another character we'll get to, that he has been the strongest healer of his kind born since the war. Maybe that's why he always looks exhausted, like he doesn't sleep. He always has to be like resting.
It sounds like he's like burnt out, but we're wondering who is he healing then? Where has he been in the background that he's healing someone that he's so burnt out?
Does that remind you of Fourth Wing? A little bit. There was that one guy who was healing.
Yes, the one professor guy. Yes.
We won't go into too much detail there, but
of course, one of my speculations is it the king? Because this whole time she's here to kill the king, and he has not been here the entire time. Where are you? Or who are you pretending to be? There's that too.
What if he's healing, maybe like Fourth Wing, he's healing a soul, not necessarily a physical ailment? What if like the general is under the influence, or the king is under the influence of bad or someone else,
like
and he's
someone else's
heal it?
Powers of persuasion?
Maybe. So that gets into some other characters. We know the Vitruki. There were 9 after the sundering, and then the child was born. That was a quote from one of the characters. So we're over here. This is what part of our 4 hours of talking about this book before recording was about. So they were the turkeys. So we're over here trying to decipher what this could possibly mean, because what the F? So we know that there's 4 siblings. Muri, Arda, Nyx, Voss. There's 4. That we know of. Voss has a mate, Keswick. Nyx has a mate that I don't believe is named, but she's some bitch dressed in white that stole the Feyn stone ring off of Shivaria, and she's a healer. I'm really bitter about this, by the way.
We don't know that bitch's name, but she's a thief and a healer.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. And then we have Arda, who's a guy. Muri, her mate is direct. So that leaves 7 That's 7 people.
Mm-hmm.
And then possibly Narai and her brother. So we don't
Could
know
be
the
part of
brother's
it, but
name.
we're not 100% certain. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know in the book there was some person named Sai, S-A-I, but I have no idea who that was. It was like something someone was talking about, and like I didn't get much information.
Right.
So these are like random people that might be the Vatruk, that Truke.
It's our best guess.
These
We
are our
could be
best guess.
totally off.
So Narai's brother has a gift of persuading. Ooh. Narai is friends with the siblings, but particularly Muri. Muri is one of the strongest. We know that the humans took the life of her mother, which seems like a pretty good reason to dislike humans, I guess, because she is a sibling of the other 3. She may not blame the humans, but the others may. I think personally, Shivaria is Muri's daughter.
That's what I think too. Only because, well, not only because, for multiple reasons, but I think because she had a relationship with the Fea and she was one of the most powerful out of all of them. And she had, I believe, Voltura, or like the essence of Shivay in her as well. And we're pretty sure that Vari does too.
So Muri was not very involved, and that supposedly one of the siblings turned on the others. I think it was Muri. Voss has a baby, and Voss is known to be a very angry, very vengeful being. And that the only time she's ever really shown joy and a softness was when she was pregnant. It's a huge gift to have a child, I guess, when you're a Feyn. And she was the happiest Muri has ever seen. And for being a grouchy bitch, I wouldn't blame Muri for wanting to keep her happy. So Voss's child was not going to make it. It seemed like Voss's child died or was dying after birth. And she basically threatened Muri to bring her, that she had the ability to fix it, had a knife up to her neck and actually cut her, and there was blood coming off of Muri when Durek basically threatened Keswick, which is Voss's mate, the father of the dead baby, that get your mate in line or I will, end her. So Keswick calms down Voss. Voss lets go of Muri. Voss is very upset, tells Muri, you're selfish because you have the power to turn this around. Muri, later on, we find out, does do something. She becomes very weak, almost lethargic. Durek, her mate, freaks out and is like, oh my goodness, what did you do? And Muri fesses up and says, Voss was so happy I had to do it for her. Like, she would have basically and made everyone feel her suffering if I didn't do what I did. And who wouldn't want to have their child given back to them? If anyone should know, we should know that, because to this day I would have given anything to bring our child back, is the vibe that I got in that combo.
I agree with you there.
So this brings me and Kai to our theory.
But it also, they make a comment that she has to give something up in order to, a sacrifice in order to bring back a life. So,
and Voss says, I'll pay the debt or whatever it is. And obviously Voss's mate, Keswick, says, no, like, stop. Like, you're being ridiculous. You're being hormonal, okay? Calm your tits. So the theory that me and Kai are kind of coming down to, might sound really convoluted and confusing, but we know Muri lost a child. We know Voss lost a child. We know Muri brought Voss's child back to life. We don't know what happened with this child after the fact, other than Voss being really happy and Muri being happy that she was able to make her sister happy. So our little breadcrumbs lead us to think maybe Shivaria is, the obvious answer would be she is Voss's daughter. But I don't think Voss would have attacked her the way she does at the end of the book and has Nyx attack her at the end of the book if she truly was her daughter. So I think what happened was Miri brought the dead child back to life, but put the soul of her child that passed into that child.
Or the soul.
The soul into that child.
Like Shivay, like into her, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Voss realizes
Shivaria, Shivay. It just makes sense.
It makes sense. But
maybe
I think Voss is upset at this because Voss realizes it's not truly her child, it's the soul of Miri's child. And it's just like the carcass of what was her child. That's what I think. That's what Kai and I kind of...
And when Miri kind of, I don't want to say turns on them all, but she's not really on their side in the war, and she gets killed.
I think she got killed because of this flippy flop.
Yeah, we want to say that Voss, her sister, killed her, but we're not 100% certain. That's a theory that we have.
So backpedaling a little bit to the nightmares and the night terrors that Shivaria has, which are part, I think, of the lie that binds her, because it's just ironic that after this Bhagya thing, that the sliver of the lie that binds you, she has this severe night terror. So I think the night terror is getting through the cracks of whatever it was.
Some of her past memories is coming through.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in these memories, she sees a dead woman who's reaching for her and a dead, tall, broad male wailing out in agony because of the dead woman too. So I think those are mates, obviously. I think that's mom and dad. I think that's Miri and Durek.
Yeah.
See, we're gonna massacre these names. I'm sorry. So I think those are the two dead people in her night terror. And I think the person with a blade is Voss, because Voss had a Feyn stone blade against Miri's neck when she first threatened her to save her child.
Right.
And we know Feyn stone kills them much more easily than literally anything else. So
right. And then I also want to point out that Nurai, Miri's friend, is also friends with the General Zabian. And we know he's been around since then too. So he's hundreds of years old as well. So I'm wondering if he could be part of the Valkyrie too.
What if he's the brother? What if he's Nurai's brother who has the gift of persuasion? Yeah,
because we don't know the name, right, of her sibling.
We don't.
Maybe that's her brother and they're part of the Valturki as well. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Thought popped in my head. Maybe it's him. Because I'm trying to think, if there was 9 and then the child, have we met all 9 or not? I don't know. Or have we mentioned all 9? We know, Miri is past 9 at this point.
That is 9. Arda is the only one that doesn't have a mate. So if we count Miri, Durek, those two are mates. Arda, single male. Nyx and his mate, who's the healer, who I don't know her name.
We don't know her name.
Voss and Keswick. And then Nurai and her brother, maybe the general. And then those are the 9. And then the child was born,
which could be
Shivay. And it's not weird because,
Vari.
So if the general is Nurai's brother, it's not weird because they are not related.
Right. They're not the 4 siblings. And then there's the other ones that are mates and who knows. But
yes.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
I don't know.
Because Nurai and the brother, I think, are not related to the 4 siblings.
Right.
So if the brother is the general, it's not weird that Miri possibly, or Voss's daughter, one of them is Shivaria. Gets with the general.
Mm-hmm.
This weird combo here.
Right. But also, again, if she's the child, she could be 100 years old too. She's way older than 24 that she claims she is too. Again, because she's been the lie that binds. We know it's in her own mind and stuff that, she's not admitting to, or she's buried it so far back that she forgets her past.
Mm-hmm.
So
speaking of some other characters that we don't really like, but we have to comment on because they're important, I think.
This is the comment for them.
More family ties. We have Ishka, which is a mom.
She's the mother of, yep.
Ishara and Siseri.
Yes.
Ishara was at the dress shop and was lusting after the general, and the general made a very big show in front of all these people at the dress shop, just like going about their business, like looking through fabric and shit, and says, stop your pursuance of me. This is Mianjna, which was Shivaria.
Yep.
So what a slap in the face to Ishara, who is trying to shoot her shot and has apparently been trying to shoot her shot for many years. But a very odd thing happens at the dress shop. And she says to all the women who witnessed this weird event that just transpired between the general and her and Shivaria, all of you will forget this or
forget what happened here.
Forget what happened here. And then all the women just turned around and continued doing whatever it was that they were doing.
Mind their own business like nothing happened.
Like nothing ever happened. So I think she has a power of persuasion. Thought that was really interesting. And
you have the evidence to back it up.
I have some evidence that me and Kai stumbled upon when we were doing our 4 hours of deep diving. And
we're like, oh, shit.
When they were at Ishara's home, somebody says to her about, oh, let me get close to that daughter that has persuasion, as I believe they were talking to Ishka, which is the mother. Mm-hmm. So then we leave another daughter. So Ishara's sister. Siseri. She gets imprisoned because this bitch comes out of the general's quarters or living areas, and she comes out with this very seductive dress, and she runs into Shivaria, who's coming in to basically say to the general, like, I want your company. Hey, like, I accept your courting, so to speak. And she's ready to say that, but then she runs into this very attractive Siseri, who's very scantily dressed, basically implying that she warmed the general's bed as she walks away. Quite
the implication.
Obviously, Shivaria gets pissed. Oh, I thought I was the special one. Fuck this general. And basically gives the general the cold shoulder. General finds out, decides, well, why did you think that Siseri was in my bed? And she explains to the general 2 days later, by the way, that this went down. I went to go talk to you and accept your courtship, and then that happened. And he literally pulls Siseri in, finds some hidden documents that she had unopened in her
stolen
room.
Documents that are not hers to take. That's sus, but okay.
And basically says, you will tell me why my Mianjna thinks that we had something going on. And then so obviously Siseri's like, I may have implied, but like nothing happened. And so he imprisons her for a punishment deemed worthy by Shivaria. So Shivaria basically tells her to go rot in jail for like a hot minute until her or one of the guards down there decide that she's fulfilled. I think Torin.
Yeah. That happens later with Torin, but yeah. I thought that was interesting that she has this stolen information, and he's like, I'm not imprisoning you for that, but I am imprisoning you for fucking with her head. I thought that was interesting because wouldn't you also want to imprison her for stealing something that's not her property? It's the property of the king. Kind of weird that he doesn't, but I don't know. I didn't think that much at the time, but I'm thinking about it now, just randomly.
Random. So we're going to like glaze over what happens at the end because it's a clusterfuck of OMG. Like everything's just, there's a fan. There's poop. It's hitting the fan. Shit everywhere. Shit.
Shit's hitting the fan. I was like, wait, where are you going with this? I was confused.
Explosion.
Where you're going with that.
Everywhere. Oh my God. So she goes to the mask. The mask finally happens. She finally thinks she's going to get an audience with the king. She's going to fess up to the king. She's going to tell the king, I came in as a spy. I have learned the errors of my ways. I love
I
the
want to stay with
general.
Zay.
Yay,
Yeah.
Zay. And then literally just wants to confess. And then you know what? If the king wants to punish her, torture her, so be it. At least her conscience is clear. She was wronged. She was under the information that she was
Right.
given as a child. Yet that didn't happen. I think it was Torin basically was like, "You're a spy," and corners her. And then when he corners her, all these people, Voss comes out of nowhere ready to fucking fuck her day up because Shivaria accidentally, in self-defense,
In
killed
self-defense
Voss's mate.
of Xavian. The Drekai come, and it's weird, and they're clearly coming for Xavian, and she's pretty much protecting him. So she fights her own kind and kills Voss's mate, Keswick. Oops.
With
And
a
they
Feynstone
know
blade.
that Voss is going to come for her. They know.
Mm-hmm.
They all know that he's...
And she does.
And Xavian's like, she's safe here. And Nuri's like, don't be too sure.
She wasn't safe here. Voss got her. Nope. Voss got her on a ship. And then Nyx, her brother, they literally carve her. It's rough. I mean, if trigger warning, I mean, you guys, you've must have gotten to this part. There's a lot of torture.
Yeah.
It's rough. A lot of healing. Nyx's mate is a healer, comes in, fixes her up just to tear her down again. Eventually, who does she run into again?
None other than Bagaya.
Yeah. And Bagaya.
Another bargain shall be made. I will get you out of here if you stop lying. Get rid of the lie. Tell the truth. And
she does.
Well, she's like, well, I'm releasing the lie or something like that. And then her ears get pointy.
Pointy and jagged.
Jagged.
Which is a sign of the Vetroke.
Well, that too. Well, she is Valtori. And then she's like leaving on a boat. She's gone. She's peacing out.
Yeah, she's like, fuck this. I'm free now.
And then someone says, Vari, Kesh. She rips him a new one.
Yep.
She rips him a new one. As she should. She's freaking pissed at him.
As she fucking should. Fuck him. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
But like all of a sudden now you show up.
Yeah. It's been a whole ass book. I kind of forgot about him.
No.
I'm mad at him. I hold a grudge.
I want to see like what's going to happen with them though, because they haven't seen each other in a while and he had literally disappeared and she's pissed at him.
Well,
she's definitely not ready
just ghosted us at this point. We don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, we don't know because she leaves and we're with her. We don't have his point of view yet. So she leaves and she decides she's going to go and find herself, and then we're going to see what happens. I think she's going to have some choices to make. And
I need answers. I need absolute answers.
Should we go through my 42 questions? I have 4,200 questions going into the next.
This is a heavy book. Again, I gave it a 4.5 because there are massive crater holes of answers that I need and obviously will probably get, but I can't assume that I'm going to get those answers or like the way I get those answers. Right now, though, everything else was very much chef's kiss. Mm-hmm. I kind of like it not being so predictable.
Yeah.
I like it.
There was
not
a lot
being
of plot
very
twists. There's a lot of information that you get, and you really have to go back to put it all together to make it make sense. Like, this is not a one-time read kind of book. You have to read this one again, and I fully intend to. And also, we got some POVs coming. Xavian's POV.
And
Kesh's point of view. We already read that chapter of each. We're not going to spoil anything.
Yeah, we're not going to spoil anything. But
y'all
side note,
ready to get up.
What the fuck do you think of Felius?
Oh, he's probably like a
did you
predator.
Watch Game of Thrones? What?
He's a predator.
That's only because he's an uncle and his first name sounds like Feel.
He has to do something with the Faya too. Like, he's friendly with the Faya too. And we didn't mention Eon and Tig and the little cute mate. I love them. And we mentioned them a little at the beginning, but they're so like spicy and like I just feel like they're causing chaos. I just love
they
it.
are.
I love it.
They're little chaos balls, but they're
I just like picture it in my head. It's so cute. It's so
but they
cute
feel pure. Like
Yeah.
They're like pure beings. Yeah, they kind of shake shit up sometimes. Like
Mm-hmm.
they do kind of set domino effects, and they
Mm-hmm.
kind of have, there's something that's going on with them, and we may not know what that is until we get further in. But Felius is the one who tells us, well, Shivaria, that you should befriend the sprites, right?
Right.
So, did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yes, ma'am.
Remember Varys,
Yes.
the little birds? He reminds me of him. Like, I'm picturing him, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he knows shit that he's not letting on.
Oh,
And he's
yeah.
not on anyone's side. I feel like he is
Yeah.
Sweden. He is
Yeah.
very, I'm just in for the best of the realm, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you.
So,
I agree with you. And I thought it was cute that the little Fea like take to her to Shivaria so quickly. Like they don't just do that with anybody.
oh, like when she rescued Vol,
I know. They all come in like all like disheveled and shit on a ship, and she's like goes and like brings them back,
saves
and
him.
it winds up being Eon's mate. I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute. These little guys are so cute.
And she like befriends him because she speaks the language, because Tig and Ian trusted her to learn and be taught the language of the Fea.
Yeah, and she's learning it or remembering it as she goes. She's
I
understanding
think
more of what they're saying in that.
I think she's really Muri's kid. I
I
think
really
so.
do. I really
I
do.
do. I want it.
I'd be really surprised if she's not. Just because of the same connections with the Fea and
Mm-hmm.
everything and the powers that she ultimately probably will have. And that'll be interesting. I look forward to seeing that now that she's accepted her fate, accepted who she is. She's going back to like figure out herself and everything. So I look forward to seeing like what her powers really are aside like Muri obviously was very powerful, and if she has that power, she's gonna be really freaking powerful too. So gonna be interesting to see what happens with Vikesh, what happens with Zay. What's he doing now? Are they doing? Oh well, you guys are gonna say some stuff.
We'll see.
Everyone's obsessed. I mean, this is don't quote me, but quote me. This is going to be one of the next big things. There's no way that this is not going to be out in the world and picked up by a big publisher. There's no way. I can't imagine it not. It's so damn good, and the writing is. I love it. It's beautifully written. I'm fully obsessed, and I will be entirely shocked if this doesn't go big. There's no
Mm-hmm.
way. She's a
Same.
phenomenal person as an author, like just speaking to her as much as we do. I'm obsessed with her and I'm obsessed with this book. And again, sometimes you just find that writing that's just so beautifully written. It's like, how did you ever not know you were going to be an author? Because you're just that good. I guess you don't really know until you do it, right? But she didn't ever think she was going to be one. You guys will see because we did a little interview we're going to share with you guys soon too. But
The first chapter, I read it like you were reading it right away, and I had a lot going on when I
when
did
we
get this
started,
book.
yeah.
And I read the first chapter and I was like, holy shit, this is well written. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually intrigued. And then I just couldn't sit down and read a book. Like, I was doing a lot of audiobooks at that time because, like,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't, like, sit down and actually physically read a book.
Yeah, life
And,
happens. We get busy.
but I remember reading it and I was like, this is definitely one that when I do pick up a book again and read, that's going to be the one I need to know what happens next.
Yeah,
And
there's
not a
not
lot
that
of
many
books.
books where it's like the first chapter that you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna be
You
something
just,
special. You just
you have to
knew.
kind of
I
like,
just knew.
yeah, you have to warm up to them, you know? But this one
Yeah.
was just like, ooh, right off the rip. And then, like I said, I think it was like 4 chapters in and it was like, boom, sexual activities. And I was like, yeah. Because usually it's the
Masturbation
slow burn.
station.
No, I get mad sometimes with the slow burn that's really like just drawn out. I don't think this was drawn out at all. It was
This
very
was
like
good because we got
organic.
like, yeah, we had like kind of like 2 almost romances in one. So we got a little bit in the beginning, and then there's that enemies to lovers with Xavian. And it doesn't wait till like the full end of the book either for them to finally get together. It's like the middle of the book. You got the
Hmm.
beginning with
You got a
Vakesh,
nice
and then
chunk.
you got like the middle where they're like, yeah, and then they're kind of together and trying to figure it out after that.
Yeah.
Um, until
like
the
you
shit
said,
show.
we had the third act breakup like within chapter like 6. So it was
Yeah.
very quick. And then it was like, all right, we moved on. Here's another guy. Oh my God. Book husband, kind of more like book boyfriend / book husband, kind of
To be
right in
determined.
between there. Yeah. Like in that vibe. You know, because you don't know who to trust, you know, because there's just so much. She doesn't know anything. Everything she has been taught has been pretty much questionable at this point.
Right. Like,
Or is all the
again,
new stuff
it's
questionable?
like she's taken as a child again. All these damn books, they do this to the poor kids. Stop doing this to the kids.
There's some
She's taken
Disney
as a
shit
child.
happening now.
Yeah, right? Got
Killed
no
off the
parents, just like in
parents.
all the Disney movies. There's no parents. They're taken, they're raised by other people, they're trained by people, you know, for whatever purpose those people have in store for them, basically. Their own agendas, I guess you can say. And I'm sure Leanna is somehow connected to
Yeah, she's the one that
people.
fell off the face of the earth. Like her, Bronte, there's just a lot of characters that
Well,
you
they
met
get left
early
behind,
on.
right? So they get left
Yeah,
behind in Laturi. So
Rhea,
yeah.
I'm sure she's going to come back at some point.
Oh,
So
she
we'll
was the
see.
commander, right? That was training with her.
Yep.
She was. They were. She was
Badass. She
training
was
for.
like really
Yeah.
good friends with her towards the end.
Yeah,
Her and
that's right.
Henri.
They were. Yep, they were training a lot together, and
Yep.
yeah,
So we'll see.
yeah.
So excited.
I'm so excited. Cannot wait for the next book, though. Like, give it to us, but don't rush it because it's perfection, and we don't want you to rush it, but we want it ASAP.
And
No
also
rush, but give it to us.
thank you for the drink recommendation. This was actually a nice little
Thank
twist.
you, Jess.
I think
I love it. I mean, Mel's usually the one kind of planning our drinks, kind of matching it to the theme or to the person or something. But thanks, Jess, for that. It was really yummy, and we love the Empress Gin already, so it worked perfectly for us. And then we have an interview with her coming up too, and hopefully we can bring her on live with us in the future as well. Maybe in a couple weeks once the book's out and about in the world, and ask her some of these other questions we want to know without.
I mean, we might have to send a round 2 of questions because tonight, oof, a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But a lot of them she can't answer. I know that, but it's still like.
But I almost want to ask her random other stuff. Like, I don't know. I want to be besties, basically. I already feel like I am. Hopefully she feels that way too. Love. Why? I just like people. Love me.
Okay.
It's a lot. It's midnight right now.
I'm
about this for 6 hours.
We've been at this for 6 hours.
Yeah, we just got into it. We were like, but wait. We were like rereading and notes, and we got a little crazy,
but a lot less technical difficulties this time.
Yes, I love that for us. Finally. It feels like every time my phone doesn't work, something's not connecting. The mic wasn't working. It's the whole thing. But
Hey, we got new arms.
yay.
They worked very well. I like them. Okay.
Sorry, Mikey.
On that note.
On that note.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not changing it to a 5-star. Kai has tried.
I'm like, but you had so many big feelings.
I did.
Especially when
I
you finished.
did.
You were just like, I was like shocked when you said 4.5, but that's very typical for how you always feel about a first book. You're never
for
gonna
long.
For me,
Yeah.
I'm like 5 stars. I love it so much. Don't care.
Yeah, it elicited a 5-star reaction, 100%,
or more. Yeah.
Yes, but I just feel that a series. I always have so many plot holes that need to get answered, and I don't like to jump the gun and assume they're going to get answered.
Right.
I mean, they're probably going to get answered, and I'm going to be like, oh my God, this is the best way ever to have approached it. But, anyways.
Yes, several books for answers. So
fully enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. So much. So thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
And chat with us all the time about this. I'll be sharing it forever.
Bottoms
Bottoms
up.
up.